Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Welcome to the Higher Education Virtual Expo 2023 webinar session. We meet Yang Mulia Mr. Wu Jiong from the Embassy of China, who will be presenting to us today on the topic on the study in China. Without further ado, I will invite him to start his presentation.
Thank you. So I'd like to thank the host for the kind introduction. This is Wu Zhong from the Embassy of China to Brunei Darussalam. A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Education of Brunei Darussalam, and especially to the Higher Education Department for the kind invitation and well arrangement for this year's virtual expo. And also I thank them for their well organization, for the support and guidance for us to participate and introduce the followings. So my presentation today is about study in China. So the main contents will be the followings. The first one, why China? And the number two, how the education is, the career is going in China. And the third one is the scholarships. And the fourth is how to apply. And the last is some notice for the application to study in China. So we have our booth on the official website of this year's Virtual Expo. I hope some of our audiences or participants already checked our booth. We have some general PDF files to introduce the China ABC, the education, some other background for some people who are interested in studying China. And also we have some pictures showing the achievements for of the China and the Chinese people during past years, especially recent years, for the development of the social and economic. And also we have a small video to introduce China. Okay, so first, why China? I think we have education power with high quality and rapidly improving higher education. We have more than 1,000 institutions with more than 10,000 courses to select. And we have 5,000 years of history and diversified culture to show off, to show to our students. And we have various scholarships and grants. We have broad career future and numerous internship opportunities in China, especially in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and also some other second or third tier cities. We have the reasonable cost, and we have the vibrant social environment and amicable atmosphere. The Chinese people are all very kind to each other, to foreign friends. And we also have modern and convenient way of life empowered by the ever-changing technological innovations. Maybe some friends already know we have WeChat Pay, Alipay, which are very convenient for your daily life. And we have one of the safest countries in this world. And last but not least, we have the spectacular natural scenery and the delicious Chinese cuisine, the Chinese food. I hope everyone will like it. Okay, this is the first part about why China. And the second part is about the education in China. So as an ancient civilization with a history of 5,000 years, China has a tradition to attach great importance to its education since ancient times. Both the thought of Confucianism and the imperial examination system, and produced a great influence on Chinese education. Now, in modern times, China has given top priority to the development of science and education when implementing the strategy of boosting the nation through science and education. The contemporary international exchange and cooperation have accelerated China's education development. Chinese education has not only played an important role in the inheritance and the development of Chinese culture, but also made great contributions to the world civilization. At present, China's educational structure mainly includes preschool education, compulsory education, special education, senior high school education, higher education, adult training and literacy education, and private education. The senior high school education, which includes ordinary high schools, general secondary schools, adult secondary schools, vocational high schools, and technical schools. These are important links in the national educational system. So focusing on the higher education, it includes academic and non-academic education, which is generally in the form of full-time and part-time schooling. Besides, China's higher education is divided into specialized education, undergraduate education, and postgraduate education. So here I would like to give you a brief introduction of Chinese education, the status quo now. So in the year of 2018, there are 518,800 schools at all levels, 276 million students, and 16.7 million full-time teachers in China. Among them, there are 2,914 institutions of higher education with a total of 38.33 million students, 24,300 senior high schools with 39.35 million students, 52,000 junior high schools with 46.53 million students, and 161,500 primary schools with 103,103.39 million students, and 266,700 kindergartens with 46.53 million children. So this is the general idea, general map about the Chinese education in recent years. So in terms of the investment, the total investment in China's education is 4,614.3 billion RMB yuan, and the state's financial education expenditure is 3,699.6 billion yuan, accounting for 4.11% of the nation's GDP. So for the scale of the higher education, China has 2,940 higher education schools, including 2,663 general colleges and 277 adult institutions of higher learning. There are 389,500 500 doctoral students, 2.3417 million master students, 16.9733 million general undergraduates, 11.337 million students of professional education, and 5.9099 million students of adult education. So this is a huge number because in China we have more than 1.4 billion people. And regarding to the students, how about the faculties? Now there are 2.4875 million faculty and staff in general colleges and universities, and 1.6728 million full-time teachers. The ratio of students in general colleges and universities is 17.56 to 1, of which 17.42 to 1 is in undergraduate colleges and 17.89 to 1 in higher vocational colleges. So for the International Education Cooperation Exchange, the Chinese government attaches great importance to this field. Since 2000, China has established high-level people-to-people exchange mechanisms with Russia, the United States, the United Kingdom, the European Union, France, Indonesia, South Africa, and Germany. Contents of collaborations range from education, science and technology, culture, health, sports, radio and television, media, film, tourism, women, youth, and archives. So there's a lot, content in this regard. So the study abroad from both sides, from the year of 1978 to 2018, 5.86 million Chinese students studied abroad, and 3.65 million returned to China. According to statistics, 662,100 Chinese students studied abroad in 2018. 519,400 of them returned home. In the same year, 492,200 foreign students came to study in China, and among them, 258,100 foreigners received academic education in China. So for the Chinese foreign cooperation in running schools, as of June 2019, a total of 2,431 Chinese foreign cooperative institutions and programs had been established with the approval of Chinese authorities, of which about 90% are in the higher education sector. About 550,000 students are studying in these colleges and universities. More than 2 million students have so far graduated. Okay, so this is the general background about the Chinese education. It's a foreign, China cooperation in the education field, and how the exchanges and programs in the higher education. So for the universities, I think most of the people are quite interested in. So as of June of 2020, there are 3,005 institutions of higher learning in China, of which 2,740 are general institutions, and 265 are adult institutions. This list does not include institutions of higher learning in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region and the Macau Special Administrative Region and Taiwan Province. So I have a website to offer to all of our participants. So it's https://pudong.moe.gov.cn. So in this website, you can find all the information about China's colleges and universities. You can find one, I think, by logging on and click on this website and find the one which is appropriate or find the one which is you are interested in. So for the education for international students, as one of the most important part of China's education, we offer education for international students. That is one of the most important components of China's international culture and education cooperation and exchange. Ever since the opening up and reform policy started in the year of 1978, China has already established a unique administrative model of international education in China. The development of international education has devoted a lot to the promotion of Chinese education, the mutual understanding between Chinese people and others. At the same time, it enhanced the friendship between China and other countries, as well as providing trained talents to the social and economic development for the developing countries. In the recent years, study in China provides strong support for the construction of Belt and Road Initiative. It plays more and more important role for the soft power of China and promotes international competition and the influence of China in the world. Okay, so this is the general background I want to talk and share with all our participants about education in China. And the third one is about the scholarships. So in order to promote the mutual understanding, the cooperation and exchanges in various fields between China and other countries, the Chinese government has set up a series of scholarship programs to sponsor international students, teachers, scholars to study or conduct the research in Chinese universities. If you pay attention to our embassy's official website, you will find out some scholarships from the Chinese government, from the local government, or from some universities or from China. And there are some notice about some scholarships maybe already. So China Scholarship Council is responsible for the enrollment and the administration of Chinese government scholarship programs. Now, 289 designated Chinese universities offer a wide variety of academic programs in science, engineering, and agriculture, medicine, economics, legal studies, management, education, history, literature, philosophy, and fine arts for scholarship recipients at all levels. So the Chinese government scholarship programs include bilateral programs, Chinese university programs, Great Wall programs, and etc. So I have also another web link. I think all our participants can log on to this website to check and find the Chinese scholarship on this website. It's www.campuschina.org. And I think you can find more about, not only about the scholarship, but about the overseas study in China. Okay, besides the Chinese government scholarship, we also have some local government scholarship. Some local governments in China, such as Beijing, Shanghai, Jiangsu, Zhejiang, Henan, Fujian, Yunnan, Guizhou, Chongqing, Ningxia, Heilongjiang, and other provinces and cities. They have set up scholarships for foreign students applying to study in China. So if you are, interested in, you can also find some details. I think just follow up, which I provided you the website already. It's Campus China. So you will find more about that. Okay, the fourth one is how to apply. The ways of application, they are different. If you are self-funded applications, you just apply directly to the Chinese universities or through their relevant agencies. For the government exchanges, just applied in accordance with intergovernment exchange agreements. And for inter-school exchanges, so it will be handled in accordance to the inter-school agreements. And for the Chinese university scholarship programs, you can apply to Chinese universities that undertake this program. And also, for group recommendations recommended by foreign schools, education institutes, friendly groups through relevant Chinese institutions or directly to relevant universities in China. I think this website is also very useful. When you apply, you can just log on to this website. So only 4 steps are needed for you to apply to study in China. Step 1, you just choose universities and programs. You sign up, log in, and you will find that prior to the application, some institutions, regions, disciplines, and programs. And third, you just prepare application documents after you have chosen the ideal colleges and majors. Step 2, you just fill in and submit, fill out the application form, upload, and then submit your personal applications. And step 3, you just, obtain the results. So different, schools, different levels will have different, feedbacks and results. And also some notice for application, some basic requirements. I think maybe those people who are interested in studying in China already noticed, so I'll just move on. And some academic requirements, different study types, different application requirements, and different duration of the study. All this, what I mentioned to all the participants, you can find out on the website of the Campus China, which the website I'll provide later, and also before. And also some language requirements. So if you choose Chinese sports course, you should have an appropriate Chinese proficiency report like the HSK. And if you choose an English course, you should also have the appropriate level of English, like IELTS or TOEFL scores. Okay, so I think due to the time, that is what I offered to all our participants. I thank you for your kind attention and big welcome to all friends and participants who are interested in China. So for more information, please log on to this website as well as the Campus China. And if you have further inquiries, you're free to contact us. I think the embassy is ready and willing to help you, to give you more advices and guidance on this. And you can contact my colleague, Ms. Yang Yang, and you can also contact myself. And also, I'll give you my email address on this page. Thank you, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wu Jiong, for the very informative presentation. We will now move on to the Q&A session. And first question, could you share with us the Brunei candidates, the China International Student Scholarship website link?
The what? Hello?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I cannot hear it very clearly just now. You mean share the Brunei?
Uh, share to us, share to the Bruneians who want to be candidates for the studying in China, a link to the China International Student Scholarship website.
Oh, yes, the website. The website, I think this website is what I mentioned. So it's www.campuschina.org. I think you can find the scholarships and other programs. The scholarships also, like I mentioned, the Chinese government scholarship programs, local government scholarship programs, and some universities they have their own scholarship programs. So this website, I think you can find more about it.
Thank you. And on to the next question. For Brunei
Yes.
China, will they need to be fluent in Chinese?
Like I said, if they are applying for the Chinese course, I think they need to have HSK scores. If they just choose the English course, I think they just need to have a appropriate level of English.
Thank you for answering the question. And that
Yeah.
should for the webinar session. And thank you again, Mr. Wu Jiong, for presenting to us the presentation. And we hope that this session will be beneficial to the viewers of this webinar. And should you have any inquiries or in need of further information, you may browse through their booth or in the Higher Expo website at heexpo.moe.gov.bn. Once again, thank you for joining us. See you soon in our next podcast. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining us.
sir, for your kind support. Thank you for having me and have our embassy group. Thank you so much. I wish the event a full success. Thank you.
Yes.